to my channel. So today's video I'm doing a first impressions of this Nip and Fab palette here. This is their jewelled eyeshadow palette. It's the third one they've come out with. If you watch my Get Ready With Me with Emily, we kind of talked about this as part of our wish list and stuff like that, and she'd actually texted me not shortly after that saying that Nip and Fab were having 50% off everything, and I decided that I was going to pick it up. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'd imagine it's going to be relatively similar in terms of quality as the last one. You know, I've got the very first one they came out with and I use it a lot in my videos, and yeah, so I can imagine it's going to be a relatively similar formula, I'm guessing. We'll soon find out, but it's a lot more of a colourful palette. Some really beautiful colours here. So I'm going to do one look in today's video just to test this palette out, but if it's as good as the other, I'm fully prepared to do kind of like a one palette, multiple looks type video. I really enjoy those videos, and I know actually I've had quite a few requests for those as well. So I want to play with some of the neutral shades and the pops of colour. Now, because the last video I did was all about that green eyeshadow look, I'm not going to use the greens or blues. I'm going to go with the pink and the kind of reddy tone here today. So probably going to be a relatively warm tone look, but like I said, I will definitely be doing a one palette, multiple looks if this works out well for this time round. So I have loads of different looks in that video. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. As you may notice, I've already got mascara on because I have been at work today, hence why there's mascara on my eyes, but there's nothing on my lids. So I'm going to start off with my Lily Lolo eye primer to prime my lids for this. So I'm going to start off with the shade Quicksand, this one down here on my Luxie 205. Fixing the product up. You do get a little bit of fallout, but you do with the other palette as well, but it's no big deal. I'm going to pop this through the crease and just above to act as my transition shade. So far I'm not seeing any difference between this shade and the ones from the other palette. Blends out really nicely. It's got a nice pigmentation. Yeah, really easy to blend and stuff like that. I'll be interested to see what the colour ones are like, because that's going to be where we can really test it out. But so far, I'm really liking it. I'm not getting any fallout on my face because I do just slightly tap with the brush, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, and then I'm going to dip into Upside Down, this lovely orange here, the exact same brush. And again, pop this through the crease. Yeah, when I look at this palette, I think it's got a really nice different colour selection. There's still a few neutral tones, which I think is nice because you can then really work it with any kind of look. All the neutral tones are actually mattes, which I think is a really great thing. I think just neutral tones, it's just easier to work with in terms of creating a look if they're matte. And the colour ones, there's only I think 5 of the colour ones, so these 5 here, which have like a more, they're not really shimmer, well they kind of shimmer but more of a satin finish. This blue up here is just a matte blue, which I think is really pretty, I have to say. And actually when I look at this palette as well, I can see quite a few combinations of colours you can do, several looks, hence why I can definitely do that one palette, multiple looks video, because I think you can really play around with this and have some fun with it and create some really fun looks. And also neutral looks as well. Okay, so that's the two colours blended together. Like I said, exact same quality as the last palette, so all good so far. I'm going to move on to a slightly smaller brush. This is the Luxie 231 Small Tapered. I'm going to take the shade Chocolate, this one here. Oh, is it Chocolate or Chocolate? It might be called Chocolate actually, because it's got 2 T's. A little bit of this, and this is going to go on the outer portion of the lid. I'm going to take a little bit through the crease as well. I go back with the other brush and take some more of the upside down shade, the nice bright orange, and just help further blend out that chocolate shade. Now, because it was 50% off at the time, I decided to get one of the other palettes as well, because it's kind of like 2 palettes for one really. So I've got 4 palettes at the moment. The one that I've got, the original, the jeweled one, they've got the, I believe it's called Embers one, and one called Soft Glam. Now, I did look at this Ember one, but I know it's very warm toned, and I have quite a few warm toned palettes and things like that. So I actually picked up Soft Glam as the other one to try out. I thought actually it looks like it's quite neutral tones, a few shimmers, and I actually thought it looks like a very nice kind of more bridal palette, kind of the sort of colours I would pick for brides and things like that. So that's why I kind of picked that one up to add to like a kit kind of thing, see how it goes. But actually I'm seeing my sister very soon. So I have a younger sister, and I don't know if I mentioned she is getting married very soon, towards the end of the year, and I'm maid of honour, but I'm also going to be doing the makeup as well. And we're going to be doing, we haven't done a trial yet to see what she wants, so I am going to do a trial on her on camera. I don't know if it'll be a voiceover or not, because it depends how comfortable she wants to be speaking during this process. But I thought it might be quite cool, and I thought maybe I can try out the palette on her, see if it is a good palette for bridal looks and stuff like that. I will bring other makeup bits with me for that video just in case, but yeah, just kind of, I looked at it and I thought, oh, it'd be really pretty for like bridals, proms, if you're a wedding guest, makeup, kind of that sort of thing. So yeah. Right, moving on to some of the colours now. I want to go in with Outlandish, this beautiful pink shade here. Or do I want to go with that one? No. I'm actually going to go with Ruby Red first, this beautiful colour here. I'm going to take it on a flat brush. This is one of the Real Techniques Bold Metals 200. Pick some of this up. Pop this on the inner third of my eye. That's a very pigmented colour actually. It's beautiful. I don't think I've got kind of a red like this. It's kind of, yeah, it's a ruby red, but I do feel it's quite a little bit of brown going on in there. I don't believe I've got a colour like this in my collection. This is stunning. That's a really beautiful colour. I'm going to take that little tapered brush I used for the Chocolata colour, not putting any more on it, and just kind of running it actually through the crease but more in the inner section, just to help blend out that ruby red colour. Just to deepen up the crease, but ever so slightly. Like I said, I'm not putting any more product on there or anything like that. I'm actually going to pick, actually, you know, I am going to pick a bit more of that Chocolata colour up on the small brush and just go in a bit more on the edges. The thing I don't have is like a highlighter colour to pop in the inner corner, but to be honest, you don't always need that kind of colour. I might just take some of that ruby red on a smaller shading brush and just bring it into the tear duct instead. So a bit outlandish. I have to see if this is pigmented as the ruby red, because that was stunning, that one. Oh, that is a beautiful colour. It is a beautiful colour, but I'm not sure it's quite working with the look I've got going on now. So I'm actually going to go over that with ruby red instead and kind of tie it all together. Then take a bit more of Chocolata on my small Kiko pencil brush, which, by the way, I thought had gone from Kiko. But they actually do, it's different packaging, they actually do now have another pencil brush, which, yeah, I'm very pleased with, because I know Emily mentioned it one time. She tried to find it and couldn't find it because it's literally the one brush that appears in every video of mine. And I believe it's back, but just in different packaging. So in case you're interested, I will leave it linked down below. But I mean, it's just a pencil brush. It's just really, I just think pencil brushes are really handy to have. So there are plenty of different options out there. It's just, this one is just the one I always end up using. So I've just taken that shade just on the outer section of the lower lash line. I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to go back to the tapered blending brush, a small one. Take a bit more upside down on this time. And just to help smoke out what I've done, blend it out a bit more. So it helps just tie in with what we've done on top. Now to finish off the look, I'm going to go with some mascara. I know I've already got a little bit on, but just to amp it up a bit more, I'm going to go in some more. So I'm actually going to go with my Kiko Extra Sculpt Mascara, because this is the one I've got on today. And just go over it. This is actually a really good mascara as well. Okay, so that's the finished makeup look. I really actually like how this turns out. Again, red, I've played with red before, but not that often, and I thought I was going to add some pop of pink, but it just didn't work quite with the look I was going for. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I think the quality is just the same as the other one. Like I said, I use the original one all the time, so I knew this was going to be just as good. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to play with all the colours, but I will definitely do that one palette, multiple looks, because I think there are so many looks you can create using different colour combinations and things like that. So I think if you've tried the Nip and Fab palette before, like the original one, and you want to play with pop of colour, this won't disappoint. It seems to be the exact same quality, which would make sense and things like that. And I have to say, the ruby red, that colour is actually stunning. And yeah, okay, I kind of look a bit evil, but I actually quite like the look and stuff. So so this is all of them swatched on my arm just to see the different colours. I do feel some swatched better than others. Obviously that kind of simmer shade you can't really see because it is my flesh tone, my skin tone. Surprisingly, actually, to swatch Chocolate, it was very chalky and didn't swatch very well, but as you saw in my eye, it works perfectly fine. So that's the thing with swatches. They're all great to see the colour and stuff, but they don't always give a true representation of how they are on the eyes and things like that. This green one here, which I believe is the shade True Emerald, I think swatched beautifully. It's a really stunning colour. But then you've got things like this colour here, which is Royals, which again hasn't swatched particularly well. Now I haven't used that shade on my eyes, so I don't know if it's going to work well, but obviously, like I said, I'm going to do another video on this, multiple looks, so I can really test out all the colours and stuff like that. But from the colours I've used and the performance on my eyes so far, I think they've worked really well. So don't always judge an eyeshadow by the swatch, but similarly don't always think an eyeshadow is going to be amazing because its swatch is amazing, because sometimes they don't work well on the eyes. So that is this video complete. I hope you found it interesting and fun. From the eyeshadows I've played with and the look I've created, I really like it so far. I love this look. It's kind of a little bit different from... Yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave any requests for future videos down below, and I'll see you in my next video.